Two heavyweights enter the ring for your 2025 fantasy football rosters. Only one will walk away crowned as this year's tight end one. Today, we settle the most controversial debate of the 2025 fantasy football offseason. Who will reign supreme? Is it Brock Bowers, the rookie sensation, with a jaw-dropping ADP of 204, ready to dominate with Geno Smith under center in the Pete Carroll regime? Or is it Trey McBride sliding into the 306, poised to finally claim the title with untapped touchdown potential? The fantasy world is buzzing, so let's settle the debate and also give you guys the top 12 tight ends you should be targeting this upcoming season. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and let's get this battle started right now. Let's get weird. Listen, that intro was really fun, but there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with that voice. So let's just talk about Brock Bowers because he was last year's tight end one. In 2024, Brock Bowers was a fantasy football god, like historically good. He smashed Mike Ditka's rookie tight end receiving record of 1,076 receiving yards by topping it with his own 1,144 receiving yards. Then he also eclipsed Puka Nakua's all-rookie reception record of 101, finishing with 108 catches. Mind you, that's regardless of position. All this despite a quarterback carousel of Aiden O'Connell, a.k.a. Farva, I want a leader of Cola, Desmond Ridder, and Gardner Minshew, the trio of mediocrity. You'd think 2025, with Pete Carroll's new regime, Geno Smith at quarterback, two new rookie weapons, and a top-tier running back in Ashton Jeanty would lock him in as the tight end one again, right? Wrong. Here's the truth. 2024 was a perfect storm for Bowers, and I'm sorry to break it to you, but it ain't happening again. The 2024 Las Vegas Raiders were a dumpster fire, dead last in rushing yards with just 1,357, a whopping 204 yards behind the second worst team. They averaged a league low 3.86 yards per carry, tied for second worst in rush attempts at 380. They were bottom five with only 10 rushing touchdowns, and they were fifth in most fumbles lost with 10 as well. Rushing first down, once again, league low, just bottom feeders, 78, like historically bad. This mess forced an obscene 153 targets Bowers' way, the most amongst tight ends. To put that in perspective, that's one target less than Garrett Wilson and Justin Jefferson had last year at 154, and they were tied for fourth amongst all pass catchers, and one more than CeeDee Lamb amongst all the other pass catchers. Bowers ranked fifth in targets last year, but here's the kicker. Shout out to Fantasy Points Data for this incredible post, incredible tweet. It says most targets when trailing by multiple scores in the fourth quarter. Jacoby Myers 40, and here's our guy, Brock Bowers at 36. To put those 36 targets in perspective, that is 23.5% of his targets on the entire season coming in garbage time alone. The Raiders' historically bad run game, coupled with constant blowouts, force-fed Bowers stats. And we cannot take away from his 2024 results, but in 2025, everything changes, starting with new head coach Pete Carroll and his run-heavy scheme. And he's taking over with the 6th overall pick in this year's draft, Ashton Jeanty, a top-tier running back, bolstering the backfield. Expect a massive shift. Last year's 1,357 rushing yards could jump up to 30 to 40% with Jeanty's 2024 college efficiency at 6 yards per carry when he was at Boise State. Add two rookie wide receivers paired with Jacoby Myers, taking pressure off of Bowers. It's not just pressure that they'll be taking, it's volume of targets. Kiss those 153 targets goodbye. And then as for Geno Smith, sure, he's an upgrade from that carousel of mediocrity, but let's be real, he's good enough just not to be bad. That's not great. So he's no elite quarterback to elevate Bauer again to another 1,144-yard season. So no, Brock Bowers isn't my tight end one. That 2024 magic, it was fueled by chaos, garbage time, a historically bad run game that made a lot of the situations second in Brock, third in Brock, and even fourth in Brock. Not sustainability, with a revived run game translating to more conversions on the ground. With a more run-heavy scheme and shared targets, his production could dip 20 to 25%, closer to 850 and 900 yards. Fantasy owners banking on a repeat are in for a rude awakening. The king is dethroned. And this next guy is the guy who dethroned the 2024 tight end king, and coming in at number 1 in our tight end rankings is none other than Mr. Trey McBride. I love this man. I love this player. I think he's going to be wonderful. I think he's going to be great, and let's get into it. So McBride was drafted in 2022, and he was stuck behind a vet until 2023, and then boom, he finished as a tight end 7 with Clayton Tune and the passernaut Joshua Dobbs throwing him the ball for the most part of that season. Fast forward to 2024, last year he skyrocketed to tight end 2 with elite production. Unlike Bowers, McBride's got sustainability going for him. He also has consistent quarterback play and continuity with Kyler Murray coming into their 4th season together. Despite all that stuff and all the stuff that McBride's got going for him, in 2024, he left meat on the bone, and that's why he's my tight end 1. Last year, McBride averaged 15.6 fantasy points per game, outpacing Bowers, but the real story is his EPA, expected points added. And shout out to Derek Brown for breaking this down in this clip during a Big Draft Energy live stream. Check it out.
And this, I drafted him in this draft because if he scores touchdowns this year, he is going to be a league-winning, difference-making, defining your season type of player if he scores touchdowns. Because Trey McBride, tight end 2 last year with 15.6 PPR points per game. If he had 19.2 expected PPR points per game based off of the volume, based off of everything. All he needs is touchdowns. And I don't anybody come at me with like, oh, well, he's allergic to the end zone. Get out of here. It's bad analysis. It's lazy.
It's lazy.
Touchdowns are fluky. And I remember, I'm old enough, boys, when I remember people said the same bullshit about George Kittle, and yet he scores touchdowns now. So I want to bet on a guy that if the touchdown luck and variance comes full circle, that type of volume, floor, ceiling, upside, Trey McBride is that type of difference-making, league-winning pick.
So let's talk about what kind of difference and league-winning upside he had. If McBride had exceeded what his 19.2 EPA would have been, he'd have been the wide receiver 3 on a per-game basis in 2024, trailing only behind Jamar Chase and Chris Godwin and beating out Puka Nacua and Justin Jefferson. As a running back, if you were to put up those numbers, he would have been the RB5 ahead of Devon Achane, who had 17 fantasy points per game, and Josh Jacobs around the same range as well, and just behind Derrick Henry. Even as a quarterback, he'd rank the QB10, topping Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, and Patrick Mahomes. McBride's current ADP at 306 is a 3rd-round steal. Bowers, 204. Hype is overrated, and it's going to be on a lot of losing lineups. McBride's got the usage, he's got the QB, and he's got the upside we haven't even seen happen yet. McBride's poised to not just be the best tight end in 2025, but the best round 3 value in all of football. Coming in at number 2, obviously, we got Brock Bowers. For all the reasons that we said, he's still going to have a lot of efficient opportunity, despite the volume dipping off significantly. I think he needs to get there this year, not with volume, but with touchdown equity and touchdown upside. If you have a good run game to take the pressure off, the touchdown upside should be there, but the volume is going to dip massively, whereas McBride is going to still continuously have that insane volume. We just need to see the touchdown exceed. So McBride's got everything going for him. Something's got to give with Brock Bowers. And by the way, I do these slides on my own, like these graphics. I've done them all. It's pretty great stuff. Coming in number 3 is Mr. George Kittle. And look, if you look at last year, this guy led the league in tight end fantasy points per game. He just missed time. Speaking of missing time, they got no wide receivers ready to go. Ricky Pearsall is in and out of the injury tent. Juan Jennings is battling with a contract dispute and a calf injury for that contract dispute. Brandon Ayuk's not going to be right anytime soon. So right now, it's just George Kittle, maybe Ricky Pearsall if he's healthy throughout the entire year, and CMC. So if everybody's trying to be like, oh, is Sky Moore the guy? Oh, is Jacob Cowing the guy? Is Demarcus Robinson the guy coming off suspension? The answer is George Kittle. He's going to continue to lead that team in volume and opportunity and touchdown situations. As long as he stays healthy, he could even outperform Brock Bowers. Like I'm trying to give Brock Bowers the benefit of the doubt by not bumping him down to my tight end 3 or 4 this year, because that's how much I'm expecting to regress. But in round 4, late round 4, early round 5, give me George Kittle 100% of the time over Brock Bowers in round 2 or even round 3. I don't think you're going to get an ROI or a positive ROI with Brock Bowers. With Kittle, with Trey McBride, and with this next guy, Sam LaPorta, coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 4, Sam LaPorta. Give me him all day, every day. I love him in round 7, round 8, because the way we're looking at it is this way, right? We know that offense is not going to be as explosive in their air attack because they're not going to have as much pass protection time. We also know that they're not going to be 3rd and shorts for converts, 4th and short with converts, because David Montgomery is going to struggle without having Frank Ragnow at center and Kevin Zeitler at guard. What we do know, similar to Brock Bowers in last year's situation where there's a high implied point total and they're playing from behind, there's going to be a lot of volume opportunity in dink and dunk situations. So give me Sam LaPorta to start dominating this upcoming season, and he's going to do it with volume, and I'm here for the volume, and I love the volume situation. I love him this year. I can't stop drafting him, and I won't stop drafting him. Coming in at we just skipped one. Coming in at number 5, we got Mr. Mark Andrews. And listen, a lot of people are fading Mark Andrews simply because he dropped the ball a couple of times in the playoff game. And, like, you can't hold that against him. Ultimately, things happen, but still, down the later half of the season, after he was fully recovered from the tightrope procedure, he was one of the league leaders in touchdown production. So having him in round 9, round 10 at that value, he's a screaming value, an absolute steal, and he is still the number 1 target receiving wise for Lamar Jackson in a high-powered, high-scoring offense. Give me Mark Andrews 10 times out of 10. I love him. I love his value. And Isaiah Likely's hurt, and Zay Flowers is not going to be anybody who's significant this year, and he's not going to give you wonderful return on investment. Coming in number 6, and we jumped the gun earlier last time, that is none other than TJ Hockenson. And look, he came off, similar to Andrews, he came off of an injury, but his injury was way more severe. There was knee ligaments that were damaged in the entire ordeal and in the entire situation. And he had a slow ramp up. What's beneficial for TJ Hockenson this year is he's essentially got a rookie quarterback at the helm. The wide receiver room there is absolutely busted. There's injuries. There's Jordan Addison with suspension. Justin Jefferson's already starting the offseason as we're recording today on August 22nd, that he's got hamstring soft tissue issues. So everybody's trying to say, okay, well, who are we going to sign? Who are we going to sign? You don't have to sign anybody, because a young quarterback's best friend is his safety blanket. Check mark, TJ Hockenson is a tight end and the safety blanket for him. And the opportunity and volume should go between Justin Jefferson as long as he's healthy, and TJ Hockenson. Give me him 10 times out of 10. And this is another guy who I just can't stop drafting. And his ADP is just too tasty. And I love stacking him and Jordan Love in rounds 11 to 12 in most of my drafters' best ball drafts. So coming in at number 7, we got Tucker Kraft. And I can't stop drafting this man. He's absolutely insane. He did everything and then some. Everybody's wondering, well, I mean, we know Matthew Golden's going to be the wide receiver, one of the number 1 target there for Jordan Love in the Green Bay Packers offense. But everybody's trying to debate, is it going to be Romeo Doubs? No, we know what Romeo Doubs is. He's never been a thing. He's a bust. Is it going to be Jayden Reed? I think Jayden Reed's going to be viable, but I don't think he's going to be reliable. Is it going to be Mr. Christian Watson or Dontavian Wicks? Like, just give up. Give up. Those two suck. It's Tucker Kraft. He was viable. He performed at a very high level last year. We loved everything that he did, and we're going to continue to love everything that he does because he's just good at football. He's just really, really good at football, and he does all the hard work. He's a great blocker, and he's a very explosive run after the catch player. Coming in at number 8 is the rookie sensation, who I absolutely love. Not only is he a big physical runner and an absolute monster. By the way, that's our last slide. We're not doing any more slides. Not only is he a physical runner and an absolute monster after the catch, but like you look at the quarterback situation there in Indianapolis, you got Daniel Jones, who was announced as a starter a couple of days ago. You got Anthony Richardson, who had historically the worst passing performance in NFL history. Like, it's all, so the NFL's been around for a lot of years. So, like, congratulations for being, the worst in history. At least you're in the history books. With that being said, his usage at Penn State as a Wildcat quarterback probably makes him not just the best tight end they have on the roster, but also potentially the best quarterback they have on the roster. Coming in at number 9, we got David Njoku, and everybody's jumping on the Jerry Jeudy bandwagon. Everybody's trying to boost what's his freaking face, that moron, Cedric Tillman. Everybody thinks Deontay Johnson's the answer. The best wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns this year, no matter who the quarterback is going to be David Njoku. Don't overthink it. Coming in at number 10, we got Travis Kelce. I'm here for the Patrick Mahomes revenge tour. Give me Travis Kelce to be a top 10 tight end. And I think the difference in fantasy points is very negligible between tight end 7 to tight end 12. I think they're all going to have similar upside. Are they going to have the safest and most consistent floors? I think, 10 to 15 fantasy points gives you that safe, consistent floor. So this is what I have projected. So number 10 is Travis Kelce. Number 11 is Evan Engram in that new Joker role with Bo Nix and the Sean Payton scheme. I think he's going to be fed a heck of a lot of volume. He's going to be an absolute PPR monster. Coming in at number 12, last but not least on our list, we got Kyle freaking Pitts. And I know we're doing this again, but I got to say, I was very encouraged looking at his splits and the target quality he got from Michael Penix down the later portion of the year when the Falcons did, in fact, insert the Penix. Very encouraged by that because it's the quality of targets are deep ball opportunities in the red zone. 39% of the targets went to Drake London. The other, majority of those targets was in Kyle Pitts' direction when London wasn't hyper-focused. I like the splits. I like the opportunity. I like the quarterback. And even better, I like his ADP right now. He's going off the board in rounds 12 to even 15. He's my most owned tight end in best ball, and I can't stop drafting him. Guys, we got all the positions covered. Check all of these videos right here at the end of this video. Check all of them. Catch us live Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time on the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. A lot of you who are watching haven't done so yet. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this. We also have the guys' Patreon if you guys want access to all of our information, like our rankings, our top 200 redraft rankings, our dynasty rankings, live trade advice, dynasty trade advice, DFS picks because DFS is right around the season. We got our sportsbooks locks and so much more. I partnered up with my brother from another mother, Sleazebomb, to bring you guys this incredible this incredible platform. It's the Guys FF. Sign up. It's very, very affordable, between $5 to $20. It's been a slice. This is my last sleep until we don't sleep. We got the 24-hour draft-a-thon coming up tomorrow, but we'll still catch you guys tonight, depending on when you're watching this, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. God bless you guys. I love you guys. Make sure you guys use this information to dominate. Stop drafting Brock Bowers. It's an absolute mistake.